Hello everyone, today we're looking at one of these. This is a Motorola M760. Now most of you probably ain't heard of this model because this was only available in the UK and only available for a cellular provider called One2One. Of course, One2One doesn't exist anymore, or Mercury One2One I should say. They rebranded quite some time ago to T-Mobile or T-Mobile. And then T-Mobile merged with another cellular provider called Orange, and they then called themselves EE, Everything Everywhere. So this has got to be at least, I'd say, 18 years old, this phone. Certainly Mercury One2One doesn't exist, hasn't existed for quite some time. So I have literally just pulled this out the storage unit. I have not powered it up, so I don't even know if it works. Hopefully it will. So let's take a look inside then. This is what you got when you bought one of these back in the day. Unfortunately, I don't have the manual, but I do have everything else. You got obviously the charger. Of course, this is a 3-pin for the UK, so obviously got a 3-pin charger, and you got a battery. This one obviously has 2 because these batteries didn't last very long, and certainly not on the Mercury One2One cellular system, because when they first launched, their service area was just London. I don't know if you checked out the other video that I did quite some time ago about another Mercury One2One phone. I think it must have been the M301. I got a whole bunch of old maps, cellular service maps, and literally the service area is just London. Of course, nowadays they're nationwide in the UK. They cover pretty much everywhere, and obviously when they joined forces with Orange, they further increased their network. So this is what the phone looks like. Don't be mistaken for thinking this looks very similar to an M750. Which is what this is. On my right is a 750, on my left the 760. Identical phones, but in terms of looks, apart from obviously the keys are slightly different. I haven't figured out what the difference is between the two. I think the 750 was first, and then they made some tweaks to it and released the 760. A bit like when Mercury One2One released the M300. This is the phone they launched their service with. This was the first GSM phone, GSM 1800 phone that was ever made. The M300 is legendary for that reason. I will try and get around to doing a video about one of these. I did do a video about a 301 actually, which is what this is. Side by side, the 300 and the 301 look pretty much identical. Yes, you might recognize that there's no letters on the keypad, because back in those days, generally people use phones for phone calls and not much else. But I will try and do a video about the M300 and compare that to the M301. But like I said, they released the M300, and about 6 months or 9 months later they refined that and they released the 301. And this has some software upgrades to the 300. The 300 actually and the 301 are really buggy. They're very simple phones, but they're quite buggy. So I'm guessing when they launched the 750, there was some issues or bugs, and they refined it, and then they released the 760. Of course, you may also recognize this. Looks very similar to a Motorola Select 3000E. If you guys are watching from the States, you'll recognize this. This is a Motorola Select 3000E. It's pretty much the same phone as the M750 or the 760. It's just that the MicroTAC Select range for use in America was this sort of shade of gray. And these obviously, the Select range operated on GSM 1900, whereas the M760 operates on GSM 1800. Two different systems. I know the numbers are fairly similar, but the two are incompatible. You can't take a GSM 1900 phone and use it on a GSM 1800 network or cellular provider. You can't use a GSM 1800 phone and use that on an American GSM 1900 cellular service carrier or provider. It just doesn't work. The frequencies are different. So you'll recognize this obviously from the other video I did about the Select range, the 2000, 3000, and the 6000E. Actually, I got a few of these. I think I got like 2 or 3 of these. I got a couple of Bell South ones, and I got a couple others that are branded differently. I think not even sure what they are, but so these are quite common. Well, not too common, but common to pick up. The 6000E is a bit rarer. But anyway, focusing on this then, let's power this one up. I don't actually know if this is fully unlocked, so we will see. Okay, that's interesting. Apologies about the message. I should really blur that out. But let's try and fire this up. This, of course, was locked to Mercury One2One at the time. Whether it's unlocked or not, I don't know. Hopefully this will ask for a special code. It may do, it may not do. Yes, it does. Okay. In that case, we need to unlock this first. And I have a SIM card with a little bit of extra code to do that. One of these. And you just slot the sucker in. Hopefully this will give us a test mode. It does, yes. So I don't know if you can see that, but actually let's try it. We tried it with an orange card. Let me try it with a Vodafone card first, just to show you that I'm actually truly unlocking these. This was a comment made a while ago that I'm using different SIM cards. So EE SIM card, if I can get the sucker in, and that clearly says enter special code. Okay, we'll put this guy up here. Vodafone, this is out of Germany, I think, or actually no, this might be a UK one. I do have a Greek one as well, I think, and the same thing, enter special code. Okay, so take this guy back out, slot him in, and it says clone. So all we need to do is 03 pound and 06 pound, and we're good to go. So take this guy out, power the phone back on, take that SIM card back, slot this guy in, and hopefully that should pick up some service. There we go. No more special code. I don't actually know if the SIM card's still active because it's about a year or so old, but actually it looks like it's active. Strangely, it displays orange, not EE, which it normally should do, but I guess this is a really old phone, so that'll be the reason why. So looking into the menu then, menu options, call related features, what else we got? We have not much else by the looks of it. Let's try that again. Menu options, call related features. That's it. That's your lot. No, I don't believe that. Let's try a different SIM card. Let's try a T-Mobile one. This is the new type of EE SIM card. It is a T-Mobile because the SIM itself, I don't know if y'all can see that, is a T-Mobile, but it's badged up as EE. So this guy will hopefully slide in. These are obviously the old orange ones. The new orange ones are the same style as that. So this will do T-Mobile. Okay, so let's try and do the menu again. And that's it. That's all you got by the looks of it. I can't believe that. There must be something that I'm missing here. There's got to be more to the menu than this. Maybe the menu on these was enabled via SIM updates, or is on the smart card or the SIM card. I'm not too sure. I haven't played around with this phone before doing the video, so I don't actually know. But certainly it seems a bit strange that... let's try something different. Oh, here we go. There we go. I was pressing the wrong key. I was pressing the pound key. So we got messages, phone setup, network selection, call meters, and that's your lot. So call related features, if we go OK. We got a battery meter, restrict my phone number, call diverting, call waiting, and that's it. Messages, no messages. This will be for text messages, not voicemail. Outgoing messages. So it looks like actually you could send messages with this. I'm pretty sure. Whoop, should really delete that. I'm pretty sure that that the M750 probably only received messages and couldn't send them. I will have to do some research on that. Don't quote me on it, but it would make sense. Of course, you could send the message then. What else we got? Message settings, service center, expiry period. Of course, nowadays you can't even set the expiry period. That's down to your service provider. Certainly the new smartphones don't let you even change that. Outgoing message type, text. There's a whole bunch of settings here which you could change back in those days, and they don't let you change now. So that's it for messages. Phone setup, all important. Adjust ringing volume. That'll do. You got a couple of ring volume buttons here. You can obviously adjust them. Hit OK. Ringer on or off. Set ringer tone. How many ringtones did you get? Place your bets. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's it. Y'all got 11 ringtones, and that was your lot. Nothing fancy here. I did review a phone that actually only had one, I think about a month or so ago. You had a choice of one ringtone, not much else. No music, no MP3s, none of that. These phones are as bad as basic as you can get. Require SIM card pin, change greeting. In fact, yeah, let's do that. Let's just put hello as opposed to someone's details. So battery saving mode, select keypad tones, I think they're off. So if we do normal tone, single tone, there we go, ringer off, there we go. So network selection, scanning, that should pick up 2 networks. Should pick up a network ending 3.3 and a network ending 3.5. I think 234-33 and 234-30 I should say, and 3.3. And by the looks of it, it picks up O2 as well. So it looks like actually O2 have some 1800 network capacity in the local area, because it's picking that up. Which is interesting actually, because I didn't know that. So I'm going to be cheeky and see if an O2 SIM card will work in this phone now. Just to deviate slightly in this video, take the SIM card out, pop this sucker here. This is a regular old school O2 SIM card, and let's see what this does. I'll be very impressed if it picks up service. Certainly I was unaware that O2 had any sort of service areas here on GSM 1800. Interesting to see. So yeah, the battery life on these wasn't particularly great back in the day. Nowadays, obviously, you know, smartphones hold their charge for about a day if you use them a lot. For this, if you had the fat extended battery, you'd probably get about a day, day and a half, possibly 2 days if you didn't use your phone. Of course, back in those days, making phone calls was expensive, so the phone manufacturers banked on the fact that people probably didn't use their phone that much, and therefore the battery lasted a bit longer. It's not picked up service. Alright, well, shame. Okay, so throw that guy out. Back with this guy. Okay, so just to continue then, let's pick up a bit of service. T-Mobile, there we go. So where were we? Phone setup, network selection, you got available networks, and that's it. Normally you have a choice of two in the UK, 23430 and 23433, if I recall. I thought it was 33 and 35. My mistake, apologies. But every cellular network in the world has a code. The first 3 digits are the country, and the dash, and then 2 or 3 digits are the particular network in that country. That's just how the technology works. And these old phones still display the network code. So 234 is UK, -30 is T-Mobile, -33 is Orange, and every cellular network in the world will have a code like that. I think if you even Wikipedia cell phone codes or something like that, there's a whole list for every single cell phone network, you know, from Timbuktu down to Australia, down to America, down to China. They're all listed. It don't matter whether it's you know, a CDMA network or a GSM network or an IDA network. Every network's got one of these codes, because that's just generally how the networks know where the phone is in the world, especially if you're roaming. Anyway, so you can't really do much with that. What else is there? Not much really by the looks of it. Call meters, show call timers, total for all calls. So this phone's only been used for about a minute and a half. I can't believe that. Maybe it was reset. Show last call 0. Okay. Reset all call timers. So presumably now that will be back to 0. Yes, it will. So it could be that it's just been reset. Normally there is a lifetime counter. There we go. Lifetime meter. So 26 hours, 17 minutes, 27 seconds. That's more like it. Of course, there is also a way to reset the lifetime meter if you have the tools and the know-how. If you want to learn how to do that, drop me a comment. I'll be able to tell you how to do that. So yeah, so show call time meters, in display timers. That's pretty much it. There isn't much. The menu on this is fairly straightforward. Interesting to note, the menu on this is very, very similar to the StarTAC 7000G, which is also a GSM 1900 model for use in the Americas. It will not work outside of America because outside of America there is no GSM 1900, as far as I know. So we're back to square one, really. Not much else I can show you about this. Phone book is pretty straightforward. Personal number displays. Oh no, you can search by name, I guess. No name stored, so the phone's empty. Search by location, add entry, check capacity. 155 capacity. I'm not even sure if that's on the SIM or the phone. That's 10 calls. My phone number, that'll be that. So yeah, that's pretty much all I can show you. I don't actually know how to even tell the balance on these. I'm not familiar with the T-Mobile cellular network. I do know how to make a test call on the Orange network. I don't know the number for the T-Mobile one, so I can actually place a call with that. So we'll quickly place a test call. Of course, these phones don't have speakerphone. This is pre the days of speakerphone. Let's just quickly do 450 and just see if this will place a test call. There we go, connected. Don't know if you all can hear that, but it just sounds something about the balance of the SIM. Not too sure what that was. I didn't even catch it. But yeah, nice little phones. If you want something retro, this is quite sizable. It's just sort of similar size to an MR1, which is what this is. I did a whole bunch of videos about one of these, unboxing and unlocking. So check that out. If you want something retro, go for one of these. Certainly, you whack that on the table, people are going to know you mean business. Certainly if you whack that onto someone else's smartphone and crack their iPhone screen, or bend their iPhone, I should say, given the recent iPhone crap last year we had with bendable phones getting damaged in people's pockets. So anyway, no chance of bending this anyway. That's all I have to say about this. These are nice phones. I don't actually use one of these myself. I do use an MR601, not the MR1, the 601, and that's dual band. They're really nice phones, and strangely actually the battery lasts significantly longer on that than it does on any smartphone that I own. And I own an HTC, I own a couple of Samsungs. I actually own more than a couple of Samsungs. I own about half a dozen Samsungs and a few HTCs amongst other things. Did away with the old the iPhones. They're crap, in my opinion. That is my opinion. They just don't work for me. But certainly I'm not sure what the battery life on this would be, but probably not too bad with the extended lithium-ion batteries. Of course, the phone came with NiCads and nickel metal hydrides back in those days. That was the latest and greatest. Lithium-ions came out only with the MicroTAC Elite or Elite. That was the first phone to have the lithium-ion batteries. So I will try and do a video about that as well. I've just remembered I need to do a video about that. So a few people have asked for that as well. So I will try and get around to doing that hopefully in the next couple of weeks or so. Okay, well, that's all for this particular phone. Thanks for watching. Give me the thumbs up if you liked the phone or the video. And if you got any questions or anything about this phone, or actually any other phone that I might be able to help with, drop me a comment. I'm always here to help. I'm not a professional, but I do have a large cell phone collection, so I will try and help you all out if there's any way I can. Okay, so give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.